You're listening to the Good Dirt Podcast. This is a place where we dig into the nitty-gritty of sustainable living through food, fashion, and lifestyle.
And we're your hosts, Mary and Emma Kingsley, the mother and daughter founder team of Lady Farmer. We're sowing seeds of slow living through our community platform, events, and online marketplace.
We started this podcast as a means to share the wealth of information and quality conversations that we're having in our world as we dream up and deliver ways for each of us to live into the new paradigm, one that is regenerative, balanced, and whole.
We want to put the microphone in front of the voices that need to be heard the most right now. The farmers, the dreamers, the designers, and the doers.
So come cultivate a better world with us. We're so glad you're here. Now, let's dig in. Okay, today we are doing something a little bit differently, and we're just going to try talking about some basic stuff that you and I are doing in our respective lives and households, and kind of little ways that we're being more sustainable, or how we're trying to be more sustainable and how it's going. So you had mentioned that you had a little project going maybe in your bathroom. What was that about?
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, I started noticing that I had a whole bunch of jars and bottles of stuff, of things that were almost empty. Face creams, moisturizers, oils, whatever.
Okay, I can relate.
So I started being really conscientious about reaching for those things and using them up. Might not be part of my current protocol or whatever.
Oh.
But no, I'm going to use that today and use it till it's done. So that's been going on for, say, a couple of weeks.
What if you can't get to the last little drop? Did you fill it with water and dilute it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I put it upside down.
And wait for it to, so really committed.
Very
to
committed.
The last drop.
Oh, yeah. You know how these things are.
Yeah.
So finally, the other day I'd gotten to where I had emptied this stuff out, used it up, and I literally had, I would say, 18 empty
Oh my gosh.
jars, and they were glass because
of course
I have transitioned away from plastic pretty much. There were a couple of plastic things, but most of them are glass. I took a picture of it. There was just so many jars and bottles and stuff.
Which is so funny because yes, it feels so good to be using glass, but at the end of the day, it's still a container.
It
of
is
something, and you have to do something with it.
Exactly. And I thought of a term, and this popped into my head. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think of it, but I thought product fatigue.
Oh, heck yes.
Have you heard that before?
I don't think so, but I'm vibing with it.
Yeah, product fatigue. I'm sure I didn't make it up.
I think many bathroom cabinet dwellers can agree with this.
Well, it was staggering, and those purchases, I'm sure, went back years.
Yeah.
Why were those things still on my shelf?
Because you don't want to have to deal with it.
But here's the thing. You buy something and, you want to try it out, and it's, you use it for a while, and then your eye is caught by something else, another product that's the same use. So you buy that and you see if this is the
but this will make you
the
useful
ultimate product.
Yeah.
And in terms of, beauty care and self-care and all that, I've especially been noticing on Instagram and so forth, everybody that gets on there in there talking about it, it's always, this is the best one.
Of course, because that's how you sell things.
It's the best one. So I had 18 best ones.
And I'm sure they all are the best.
They're great. I wouldn't have bought them if they weren't great.
Yeah. So what did you do with the bottles? I'm on the edge of my seat. What did you do with them?
Well, fortunately, they were glass. So I recycled them.
Okay.
And the non-recyclable ones, the plastic ones, I put in my TerraCycle box. We're going to talk about TerraCycle at some point.
Oh, yeah, TerraCycle.
Yeah.
So, question.
Yeah.
Do you ever save those bottles because you're like, I could use this for something?
I've been through that phase.
So you're on the other side of that?
I'm on the other side.
Okay, I'm still in there. I'm still in that
They
phase.
so pile up.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, I'm going to make my own DIY cream. But to tell you the truth about most of those things, it's not true about every single one, but most of them, they're really hard to get super clean. And when it comes down to using it, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
And, some of them, even if it's a glass bottle, it'll have a little plastic pump. Then the plastic pump won't work. So then what are you going to do?
Oh, yeah, that breaks. Yeah. I know. That's my problem. I'm like, this is a great little dropper bottle. I can use it for my dropper things.
all those things you're going to make.
Yeah.
And I do make some DIY.
You do.
Yeah.
But then you're just reusing that one bottle. If you were truly doing DIY, you like make your thing in the thing and then you run out and you make more of it in the thing. Like you don't need a ton of DIY bottles.
But, what I end up using is, 4-ounce mason jars or whatever.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because, there's always a cap that fits and all that.
Right. So do you want to hear my version of this?
Yes. What is your adventure?
So mine, I haven't like done it yet, but I'm in the middle of collecting the things because I think it might be a combo of what we just talked about, which is like, I'm going to use these and I'll have to report back when I've finished the project. So I, like any good God-fearing millennial, loves candles. I love candles. I just buy candles. Actually, that's not true. I don't like buy I'm sure that there's people who buy like a lot more candles than I do, but I love candles and I have a lot of candles. And I've burned down through a lot of candles. And then when you get to the bottom of a candle, what do you do with it? Because usually it's a beautiful vessel, and that's why you bought the candle. So it's a beautiful vessel. So I have a cardboard box in the corner of my living room that's currently overflowing with burned down candles. And my idea is that I'm going to... Apparently, it's not that hard to get old gross wax out of candles. I've heard a couple things. You just put it in the oven on like kind of warm and it melts it and then you clean them out. Even just warm soapy water apparently warms the wax enough to where you can clean it.
I wouldn't put it down the sink though.
Yeah, I guess you'd plug the sink and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So you don't pour wax down the sink?
No.
Okay, so then how do you clean out your candles?
I would like
wipe it out?
Wipe it out or,
towel?
even put it in the trash can or,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a problem. It's like everything else.
Jeez. Okay, so obviously I haven't thought this all the way through, but there's
don't
ways to do it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you for saying that. PSA, don't put wax down the sink.
Yeah.
And then my friend Anna has been making beeswax candles with her kids for homeschool, which isn't hard.
No.
So I'm like, I'm going to fill all these candles with beeswax and just a whole bunch of new candles and save a lot of money because candles are expensive.
I have a lot of beeswax.
And yeah, you have a lot of beeswax. You just raised your hand like... Call on me. I have beeswax.
I have beeswax.
Right? How do you like my idea?
Do you know how to do the wick? There's a way to do the wick.
I don't know, but I'm sure
you
I'll
can Google
learn.
it.
I can look on YouTube.
I think that's a great idea. So come over one day and we'll
Yeah.
melt beeswax and make these things.
Maybe someone listening has done this and they have some tips for us. Please let us know.
I know we have to get some wick.
Yeah, we need to get wicks. We need to, and if anyone has thoughts on how to best clean out old candle vessels.
Yeah. Do you put it in? Do you put it in the trash?
I mean, I guess here's what I would do. Here's like truly what I would do. Put them in a warm oven so it all melts.
Yeah.
Get a paper towel, wipe it all out, and then throw it away. But then you're like throwing it away.
Well, I don't have paper towels. I don't buy paper towels anymore.
Does wax compost?
No.
You make one big wax candle of all the waxes. It would be like such a weird color, but maybe that's what you do. You like combine them all into one vessel.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Porque no.
You melt it down and you consolidate it.
Yeah.
Into one candle. That's great. And then you can take a rag or something. And another thing I have done is with my candles that are done and melted all the way to the bottom, I'll pull out the burnt wick or whatever, and then I just place a little tea light.
Yeah.
They have the 3-inch tea lights and they have the 1-inch tea lights.
Yeah. So it's like a little luminary.
Right. And it works. It works fine.
Someone I was talking to recently about this said that their mom used to, or still does, if they're clear vessels, clean them all the way out. I guess I should ask her how she did that. And then they makes them their drink glasses. So they're drinking glasses.
That makes sense too.
Yeah.
Another thing you could do, and I'm just thinking of this, is especially the clear ones, fill with beautiful stones.
Right. Yeah, you've done that too.
And you can put a little water in them and stick flowers in them and it becomes like a flower vase.
Or, the stones and then with a tea light on it.
So there's some things. But yeah, I hear you about collecting the things, thinking, I'm going to do XYZ with this.
Oh my gosh. The last one was funny because it was one of those tiny little glass jelly jars. Like, like the little Bon Maison, like the little sample jellies that sometimes they even have at restaurants. Mm-hmm. Well, for whatever reason, I got anchovies the other day for a recipe I was making, and the anchovies came in that. And it was so cute. And I washed it and everything when I was done with the anchovies. And then I went to save it, and Cam was like, are you going to do something with that, really? Those little glass jars are so cute.
They really are cute. And it's really tempting to hang on to them.
Yeah.
But this stuff collects, man.
I know. Did you have another thought you wanted to add?
Yes. All winter long, I have been collecting. This is funny. The empty toilet paper rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And now that it's time to start seeds, I've been cutting them in half and filling them with dirt and putting them on a tray and poking little seeds in them. Because you can just stick it, you can just plant the whole thing.
Yeah, and the cardboard will just break down.
And, a lot of plants don't like being transplanted. A lot of things, you want to direct sow them.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart. Did you read, how did you find that out?
I made it up, but...
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Well, I'm sure I'm not the first one to think of it. And let me say that there's all kinds of variations on this theme, people.
Well, yeah, the egg carton.
Yeah, or the eggshell, or, yeah.
Very cute. I love it.
I'll tell you how it works. I've got some peas in them already. Something else, but I can't remember what it was.
I feel like when you're a little kid, there's all kinds of art projects you can do with those toilet paper rolls.
Yes, of course. But again, unless you have a specific use for something, it's really a slippery slope to start saving them. Yeah. And this is what I was thinking when I was doing that task of emptying out all the beauty product jars and talk about sustainable living and decluttering, and just everything we use comes in a container.
I know.
Packaging.
It all comes down to buy less stuff, honestly.
It does. And the more you do it, and we've been at this a few years now, and I think we're so sensitive to it now that it really, really does put the brakes on many, many purchases for me. I don't know if that's happened to you yet.
Definitely.
Because now I look at something and say, oh, someday I'm going to be holding that thing and wondering what to do with it.
For me, it's so stressful even buying things, especially buying things online, because then box comes to your house. It's gotten so much better. Like, at least most of the time it's like, paper filling or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still boxes, and just thank God they're all recyclable and everything. But just the extra step of like breaking it all down and putting it all in its place.
Yes.
Jeez.
Takes time.
Yeah.
What if we had all the minutes of the day back?
I know.
That we spent dealing with containers.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to today's quick little chat with us. Let us know if you have experience with either of these, emptying out the bathroom cabinet containers and or reusing your candle vessels and making new candles or doing something else with them. And let us know of any other fun sort of creative ways that you've used various containers and objects in your home after you're done using them. And we'll see you again on the next episode of The Good Dirt.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.